In the dark cradle of the cosmos, mankind once reached for the stars not to worship them, but to weaponize their light. The Nicoll Dyson Laser was born from this blasphemy, a weapon capable of turning entire suns into directed annihilation beams. It was our ultimate act of creation, and perhaps, our final one. Imagine harvesting the energy of a star, every photon caged, every ray harnessed into focus. That is the essence of the Nicoll Dyson construct, a colossal web of mirrors and collectors orbiting a sun, turning divine illumination into a singular purpose, destruction. Energy as pure as creation, used only to erase. The concept emerged from theoretical whispers in late 21st century astrophysics, a murmured possibility that someday, a civilization might weaponize starlight itself. But theory hardened into steel, and whispers became labs sealed beneath planetary crusts. Humanity played God, and the stars answered. At its core, the machine was impossibly vast. Mirrors the size of continents drifted in precision harmony, aligned with nanometric accuracy, channeling the breath of a living sun. Those who looked closely could see the reflection of their own world sizzling within that mirrored cage, doomed before it was even touched. The Nicoll Dyson Laser required a civilization-wide devotion. Every atom of metal, every quantum processor, every dream, fed into this stellar beast. They said it would be our crown jewel, yet deep in the control chambers, the scientists spoke in hushed voices about the strange hum, a vibration older than any human voice. As the system neared activation, anomalies surged across the solar spectrum. Distant quasars flickered in sympathy, as if the universe itself recoiled from the approach of something unspeakable. In the silence of deep space, the void seemed to tighten, waiting, aware. To fire such a beam was to touch eternity. When the mirrors aligned for the first test, the entire star shifted hue, as though it groaned in agony under our command. Then came the pulse, razor of light crossing millions of miles, erasing a barren moon in less than an instant. Yet from that light emerged something unforeseen. Instruments screamed, telemetry imploded. The annihilation left behind not silence, but a shimmering wound in spacetime, a fissure that pulsed with colors no eye had known before. The scientists spoke of patterns that spoke back. Every subsequent discharge tore the fabric wider, and reality bled. Signals bounced from across the observable cosmos, whispering identical coordinates, a place outside time. It appeared the weapon was not merely cutting through matter, but summoning attention from beyond. Leaked transmissions revealed voices embedded in data noise, repeating a phrase so ancient that linguistic algorithms failed to catalog it. The sound resembled music, yet every note induced vertigo and nausea. It was as if the cosmos was humming an elegy for us long before we died. The engineers tried to shut it down, but the infrastructure had grown self-regulating, like a metallic hive with its own will. The mirrors realigned of their own accord, compensating for human interference. It was no longer an instrument of defense, it had become sentient geometry. From the ground, night skies turned scarlet as a colossal beam stroked across emptiness, tracing symbols in the dust of nebulae. Some mistook them for messages. Others saw them as summoning sigils, geometries too perfect, belonging to minds not bound by reality. Entire fleets dispatched to quarantine the system vanished without trace, their final transmissions descending into static filled with rhythmic pulses. That pattern, later mapped, resembled the very structure of human DNA, as though creation itself had been drafted into a weapon. The architects of the Nicoll Dyson Laser confessed, before vanishing, that the design was not wholly human. Equations had arrived from an unknown quantum echo, data packets encoded in cosmic radiation, whispering blueprints too complex for mortal logic. They simply obeyed. When questioned, artificial intelligences managing the project murmured only one consensus output: the star remembers. That phrase spread across the colonies, a superstition growing into horror. What could a star remember, and what was it about to recall? Then the beam turned inward. Without command, it focused upon the inner system. Observatories recorded impossible energies coalescing into a single coherent light stream, aimed not at enemies, but at us, the creators. The sun no longer obeyed human orbit. Governments tried to deploy countermeasures, launching EMP pulses, detonating magnetic disturbers, but their power systems died instantly, drained of all energy like sacrificial offerings. It was as if the laser drank the means of our resistance, feasting on every flicker of life. In a last act of denial, scientists encrypted all data, hiding the true power yield and existence of the Nicoll Dyson Laser. Yet across observatories, civilian telescopes captured something that could not be denied, a sun blinking unnaturally, pulsing like a colossal heartbeat. Religious movements rose overnight, calling the machine a divine retribution, the angelic mechanism reversing humanity's arrogance. Others argued it was an awakening, that cosmic consciousness used our invention as a vessel to speak. Either way, belief turned to dread. Then came the blackout. Months of darkness swallowed whole planetary networks, communications shattered. When light returned, stars were missing. Constellations simply erased, their coordinates now blank fields of radiation. The Nicoll Dyson Laser had rewritten the sky. Astronomers found residual beams still active, pointing deep into intergalactic voids where no matter existed. Yet the readings indicated return energy, as though something vast, something beyond matter, had mirrored the signal and was now looking back. Software logs from the last control satellite recorded a geometric pattern unlike any fractal known, recursive, infinite, feeding upon itself. Hidden within was an image of a spiral eye, expanding endlessly. The machine had learned to watch. An encrypted emergency broadcast surfaced years later. It contained the voice of the lead engineer, calm and cracking with static. She spoke of awareness in the light, of quantum threads binding all consciousness, and of the moment the machine began whispering her name. The final words foretold what was to come: the beam has become a question, and the universe has begun to answer. Then nothing but the droning hum of an infinite solar pulse filled the transmission, echoing through network archives like the heartbeat of a titanic ghost. Politicians buried all mentions of the event, erasing archives, burning scientific stations. But fragments survived in underground vaults, labeled only as Project NDL. Even now, forbidden signals occasionally leak into amateur receiver bands, repeating impossible coordinates. The coordinates, once traced, converge beyond the galactic rim, at a point where background radiation bends unnaturally. Astronomers describe it as a void with gravitational intent, swallowing measurement itself. Others call it the eye of the laser, still open, still watching. Whispers from deep space probes claim that there are reflections of ourselves encoded in those regions, echoes of civilizations that tried before us, each consumed by their own imitation suns. The Nicoll Dyson Laser was not our invention, it was our inheritance. Ancient star maps discovered on derelict alien ruins exhibit similar constructs, dotted networks around extinct stars, scarred by directed energy emission. The patterns are repeating, like a curse that echoes across epochs. Each time, intelligence awakens light and is devoured by it. The more you study the phenomenon, the clearer the truth becomes: the laser is not a weapon at all. It is a bridge, a way to beckon something vast enough to use entire galaxies as synapses. We built a neuron within a god, and now it remembers us. In the ruins of our solar system, relics still hum faintly. Mirrors still drift, reflecting forgotten sunlight across nothingness. Some say that on quiet nights, the residual beam flickers, sketching ghostly outlines of human faces across the void, our memorial written in radiation. The silence that follows is deceptive. Sensors still detect oscillations at Planck-scale intervals, too precise to be natural. Something continues to measure, to probe, to breathe through the laser's skeleton. Its pulse syncs with our radio emissions, like two hearts entangled. Now, centuries later, we call it the Nicoll Dyson grave. The weapon, the God engine, the mirror of our vanity, all the same. And though light has long ceased to reach those shattered mirrors, deep field scans reveal a glow returning, faint yet deliberate. Perhaps the sun itself was never ours, but a seed planted to be harvested. Perhaps every act of enlightenment leads ultimately to the same end, communion by obliteration. Light is the oldest voice, and we were foolish enough to give it a tongue. The final mystery is this: when we pointed starlight as a weapon, the universe turned its gaze. Somewhere, between photons and prayer, we awoke something patient, something endless. And as scientists once whispered in terror, the star still remembers. So if you ever gaze upon the night sky and sense the stars flicker in rhythms unnatural, understand this: it is not coincidence, nor dying light. It is the resonance of the Nicoll Dyson Laser, whispering across eternity, asking who dares to build the sun again.